Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sidekicks with Heather Goodenkoff and Lolo. Today, joining us is Diane Chamberlain, the New York Times, US Today, and Sunday Times bestselling author of 26 novels. Is that right? 26?
27.
27, including her most recent stunner, Big Lies in a Small Town, which I absolutely loved. So welcome, Diane, and tell us about your beautiful sidekick here.
Well, thank you. He's very shy. This is Cole. We've had him 7 years. He's 8 years old, and he is an incredibly sweet dog, a really good and easy dog. However, he's afraid of his own shadow.
Oh, well, he's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And how did he come into your lives?
Well, we had two Shelties before him, and we had lost both of them. And we were debating whether to get another dog. And I read about a Sheltie breeder who had a Sheltie she was getting rid of because he was not show material. And so I called her up just to kind of explore. And she told me about him, and at that time he was 8 months old. And I had always named my dogs with an eye to my books. Mm-hmm. For example, I had Keeper after Keeper of the Light and Ben after a character in one of my books. So she and I talked for about 20 minutes, and then I said, "And what is his name?" And she said, "Cole." And Cole was the hero in my very first novel.
Oh, wow.
So I immediately thought, well, this dog has to be ours.
It was meant to be. Meant to be. That's a great.
Absolutely.
Yes. Now, does Cole have any favorite pastimes? What's he like to do?
He loves to eat.
Yeah.
And he loves to sleep. The one thing that he does do that's not eating and sleeping is play fetch in the house with his stuffed toys. And I've had golden retrievers who never fetched, and I've had other Shelties who never fetched, but he really loves to do that. And I'm so glad he does, because it's really fun for us too.
Lolo loves that too. We just actually got done with a little game of fetch out in the backyard a few minutes ago. So yeah, it's fun to see them having fun.
Yeah.
So I know that for me, having a pet really impacts my creative life. Is that something that for you that impacts?
I don't know that he helps so much with the creativity as he helps me not sit in one place all day, which is what I would do. First of all, he gets me out of bed in the morning, which I could just stay in bed.
Sure.
And then I have to get up and do things with him during the day. Otherwise, I would just sit like a lump all day at my computer. So probably that's one of the most helpful things he does for me is keeps me somewhat active.
Now, did you have pets growing up?
No, I had a turtle.
Okay.
My mother really did not like dogs, and so I begged and begged, but I was never allowed to have a dog. And I think it really would have helped me, because I was a pretty fearful child and very afraid of dogs. And I think that it probably would have been the best thing for me to have a dog, to get used to dogs, and to have that buddy that's just so important when you're a kid. And so I didn't get my first dog until I was 35. And it's hard to imagine not having one now.
That's how I feel. I feel too. Just always have been a dog person, and just they're an important part of our lives. So
yeah, they sure are.
Now, do you have a favorite animal from literature that you?
Well, that would have to be Charlotte. Mm-hmm. And Charlotte's Web, if we can call a spider an animal.
Sure.
That's the book that really made me want to be a writer. As a child, our first grade teacher read it to us, a chapter a day. And I sat there laughing and crying and just kind of stunned that a human being could create this story that made me feel so much emotion. And that's when I started thinking about being a writer myself. And Charlotte was just such a wonderful character that even though I hate spiders.
Yeah, and just that a spider evokes such emotion and humanity for all of us. Yeah, and it's such a timeless book as well. Yeah. So tell us what you have coming next for readers. Do you have anything in the works?
Well, I'm working hard on a book that is due very soon, and it's called The Dark End of the Street. And it's set in two time periods, 1965 and then current day. And in 1965, there was a program called SCOPE, and it was bringing Northern students, college students, into the South to register Black voters. And so that is the backdrop of the story. And then, of course, all kinds of things will happen, and it ties into the front story. So I'm still trying to figure some of it out. I'm a little late with that, but it's really getting better and better all the time. So I'm kind of excited about it.
Yeah, it sounds fabulous, and it will be well worth the wait for us, for sure. So we'll be looking forward to that. Now, if Cole could describe you in 3 words, either a phrase of 3 words or 3 separate words, how do you think he would describe you?
Chef, waitress, and personal shopper.
All for Cole.
He's very food oriented, which is good because it's so easy to train a dog who likes food.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Diane, it's such an honor to have you here with us today. I'm so excited for the dark end of the street. The dark end of the street. So excited for that when it's all ready for us. And thank you so much for you and for Cole for being with us today.
Thanks for having us, Heather. This is such a fun idea.
You're welcome.
Take care.